name is Stephanie Herzog, and I'm with the League of Women Voters of Portland. And you are watching the Video Voters Guide. We are at MetroEast Community Media, and we are interviewing candidates for the 2016 general election. With me today is Rob Canfield, who's running for Troutdale City Council Position 4. Welcome, Rob.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great, great. So tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Again, I'm Rob Canfield, running for Troutdale City Council. A couple of reasons I'm running for City Council. First of all, our city is going broke. The city has been spending more money than it's been taking in for several years, and it's just gotten out of hand. That has to stop. The other thing that I'm really concerned about is Troutdale has a reputation for being not business friendly. So I want to work on that. I want to make sure that the city responds to businesses faster so we can have more jobs for our citizens, more tax revenue. That has to also be addressed. Those are the two main reasons why I'm running.
Okay, all right. So what ideas do you have for dealing with the growing homeless population in need of social services?
I think the biggest thing to realize with the homeless situation is, to me, it's not a homeless issue. They're people, they're human beings, and they're deserving of our respect and dignity. The local cities, they don't really have the resources, at least in East Canada, to address the homeless issue, but I would hope that Multnomah County and the social service agencies would be doing, I think what they're doing is a triage. First, go out in the field, take care of the folks who want help them with shelter, food, and just getting them out of the situation. Mm-hmm. Things happen to people, and it's good that we have social service agencies in the county to help them. Second, folks who are causing trouble, engaging in crime, that needs to be taken care of by the police. And third, there's a whole mental illness issue. I'm not sure exactly how to deal with that, but I'm hoping our social service agencies in our county can help those folks also. So to address homeless issue, I think it's a triage basis. Take care of the criminals first, then help the folks who need help and want help, find them help with shelter, whatever else they need. That's how I would hope our community is handling it.
Okay, all right. What do you see as the major needs and goals of Troutdale?
Troutdale is an interesting community. We are well known as the gateway to the gorge. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I want to promote and encourage is making Troutdale more easy to do business with. At a city council meeting a couple of months ago I was at, a developer came and berated the city council because he hadn't been able to get a return phone call from the city staff, and they hadn't worked on his project. And it turned out his paperwork had been sitting on somebody's desk for 4 months. And I don't want to beat up the city staff, but I think there needs to be more accountability, and possibly even what I've suggested on my website is have a semi-regular meeting between business owners and city staff. The business owners can tell the city, these are the obstacles to opening new businesses. Can you help us kind of slim down some of the bureaucratic red tape? And at the same time, in these meetings, the city could help the business owners and potential new business folks how to navigate the bureaucracy. Mm-hmm. So not only that, they'd get together, you get to know people better, which is always a good thing. The businesses could tell the city staff, this is what we'd like you to do to help ease the red tape. And at the same time, the city staff could help them navigate. This is the easiest way to navigate it. That's an idea I have to help increase the business in our community.
Okay, all right. How would you strengthen the council's working relationship with surrounding jurisdictions on issues such as transportation or policing or social services and the economy?
We used to have in East County what was called the Four Cities meetings, and city council and sometimes city staff from the different cities, Greshamwood Village, Troutdale, and Fairview, would get together about once every 4 or 5 months, and there'd be a couple of topics and we would talk about those things: economic development, social service issues, cooperation amongst the cities. Perhaps there are ways that the cities could combine things, perhaps public works, we could share facilities, that sort of thing. I'd like to encourage that again. The other way to maintain good relationships is just to get to know the fellow elected officials. And I've always done that, even when I was out of office. I was on the Troutdale City Council from 2005 to 2008, and I was able to start and maintain relationships with a lot of the fellow elected officials. I would just like to continue doing that. It's really a great bunch of people out here who are volunteering their time in local government.
Great, great. So you mentioned you were on the city council before. What are some things that you achieved while you were in that position, or anything else you want to share with voters?
Along with Councilor Barbara Kyle, she and I both pushed for Troutdale, the city, to increase its customer service standards to the baseline level. So there are certain expectations when you walk into the door at the city council. I mean, not the city council, but the city staff, okay. And that was well received. I also, it was a bit of a challenge, but I also was able to get the council to approve a resolution where the local Chamber of Commerce, the West Columbia Gorge Chamber of Commerce, was required every year to show us what they did with the money that the city provided them, about $70,000 a year. So there's accountability. Mm-hmm. There was quite a bit of pushback, but after a couple of months, everybody saw, well, this is a great idea to have accountability. So I was able to succeed at that. And also, Representative Chris Gorsuch, he was on the city council with me at the time. We worked hard on pressing TriMet to increase the service in Gresham and Troutdale, Wood Village. If anybody has tried to take mass transit from Troutdale to Gresham, you know it's not exactly an easy thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I really feel badly for single moms or other folks who are trying to go to work, and when buses run once an hour or they stop running at 8 o'clock. It's still a challenge, and that's something I worked on then and I still want to work on now, to work with TriMet to increase the service of TriMet in East County.
Yeah, terrific.
Yeah.
And is there much TriMet service that goes from East County back into the city?
TriMet has basically shunted all the local buses away. So if you want to go to downtown, you have to take a bus to catch light rail and go to the city. In Troutdale, you have the 80 bus, runs about once an hour. So I've done this. Yeah. You wait for 20 minutes for your bus, you go to get light rail in Gresham, you wait for your light rail, you go downtown. So it's a good hour and a half, as opposed to you get in your car, 20 minutes.
Right.
So something needs to be improved. There's a lot of people who would love to take mass transit. It's just not available. There's something we can improve on.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to add? We just have a few minutes left. I just
want to, well, thank you, first of all, for the League of Women Voters for this opportunity. I think Troutdale is a great place to live. We have a great community. One of the greatest things about living in Troutdale is you can go down the street and you're in the Columbia River Gorge. We have a great downtown area, which is a flourishing arts community developing. As a matter of fact, I was talking with Rip Caswell a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me how he mentors new artists and not only shows them the ropes on how to create art, but also the business side, how to market what they do. So there's a great arts community also building in Troutdale, which is really, really neat. So anybody who's watching this, come on down to Troutdale, watch what's happening, and yeah, it's a great town, and I love my town, and I love to be involved. That's why I'm running for City Council. Great.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching. This has been the Video Voters Guide. We want to remind you to get out and vote. Election Day is November 8th. You can make yourself more informed about the candidates and the general election ballot measures. Thank you.